Hi, welcome to 3 Spoonsful by Shweta Mehra, and today let's see how to make this yummy dessert which everyone likes. It's a no-fail caramel custard with some top tips to make sure that your caramel custard always turns out perfect. So the very first tip is to use a beater and never ever to beat the eggs or to mix anything using a mixer. Make sure you always use a beater when you're beating the eggs. This will make sure that the eggs are light and fluffy and the texture of the caramel custard is perfect. So let's get started. The first thing is that we are going to use 2 tins. I've taken this larger tin here, and I'm also going to setting the caramel custard into ramekins. So the next tip is that make sure that you make the caramel first. Give it enough time to set, because if the caramel is not set, then when you pour the liquid ingredients on top, it's going to crack the caramel at the base. So make sure that the caramel is well set. So make the caramel 2-3 hours earlier and make sure it's set. So in a pan I've added sugar and I'm adding a little bit of water, and then let's start caramelizing this. Another tip is make sure you don't use a metal spoon, because the temperature differs and that doesn't make the caramel so well. So try to use a pan with a handle like this, like a saucepan, so that when you're making the caramel you can just easily move it around and not use any spoons as far as possible. So this is a slow process, and make sure your flame is low when you're making the caramel, otherwise it could burn very easily. Which brings me to the next tip, which is that every time people are making caramel custard, they remember this lovely golden brown color of the caramel. But we must remember that when we are cooking the caramel on the flame, you need to switch off your flame when it's a shade or 2 lighter, because the latent heat itself is going to cook the caramel. So if you end up actually making the caramel that dark, then once it sets and it cools down, it's going to be really black, and then it's going to taste a little bitter, which is a big mistake that a lot of people make. So now you can see that we are getting that goldenish color, and we are going to switch off the flame very shortly before it starts turning very dark brown, because it's smoking a lot. So that's the next tip, that you must remember to switch off the flame and make the caramel a shade or 2 lighter than your desired shade. So you can see this is how I've switched off the caramel, and because of its heat itself, it's already turned so dark. So now set the caramel in your ramekins, in the other bowls, whatever you're using. The next tip is make sure all these vessels that you use are completely dry and there is no water in them at all. Swirl around the caramel and make sure the base is completely covered. Similarly, I've covered this one as well. Now this is one of the easiest recipes ever, because the measurements are very easy to remember. If you could get the can to open, which is always an issue. So it's 1 tin of condensed milk, the whole tin. This is a 400 ml tin, and make sure you scrape out every bit of that yummy condensed milk out. And simply using the same tin, measure the milk twice. So it's 800 ml of milk with 400 ml of the condensed milk. And this is a very important tip, make sure that your ingredients are at room temperature, so the milk doesn't have to be warm or cold or anything, it's just basic room temperature milk. And the next tip is that make sure that you mix the milk and the milkmaid, which is the condensed milk, very easily, or very properly, sorry, because if you don't mix it well, then since the condensed milk is thicker, it settles down at the bottom and there is no sugar in this caramel custard. The condensed milk is what we are using as the sweetener. So you want to make sure that this is mixed well so that your caramel custard is equally sweet and of the same texture throughout. So take your time, mix this well, make sure that you give it an extra mix or two. And once that's done, let's go ahead with beating the eggs. So here are 4 eggs. Take a huge container. And then using a beater, let's start beating the eggs. We need to beat the eggs until they are soft and fluffy and not stiff. So you don't need to beat them until they get stiff peaks, but make sure that they rise and they look soft peaks and they have soft peaks and they're fluffy enough. So now that's done, what we are going to do is we are going to take the first mixture, which is the milk and the condensed milk mixture, give it a little bit of a mix again, and then combine it with the beaten eggs. I'm going to continue to use my beater and mix it all together. So mix until everything is combined. At this point I've added some essence. This is optional. If you do not want to add any essence or any extract, you could skip it completely. So now that this is done, let's get the containers out in which we have put in the caramel. You can see it's extremely set properly, it's like glass. So now we shall pour the liquid ingredient into this. Be careful, use like a ladle or a spoon to pour it, or pour it very gently from the side, because otherwise the caramel could again crack if you pour it with a lot of force. So make sure that you pour these very gently and nicely. And once you've poured the liquid ingredients, make sure that you cover it completely with a foil. I'm using a foil here. If you have something that covers the container exactly like a plate or something, you could use that as well. Okay, so we are going to be now steaming this. Here I have used a cooker and I'm going to put the larger container in the cooker. So I have put in the cooker, I have put some water, I have put in a stand, and on that I have put in the caramel custard tin. I'm going to be closing the lid of the pressure cooker, and of course do not put the whistle on it. It has to be just steamed for 40 minutes since this is a larger container. And here is a regular steamer. I'm putting in the smaller ramekins into the steamer, and let's cover and cook this. Since they are smaller ramekins, it takes just about 20 minutes. Once that's done, let these cool, come down to room temperature completely, and then put them in the fridge for a couple of hours before you try to demold them. This ensures that your caramel custard is completely well set. So then run a knife lightly and demold them onto pretty plates. Just admire this because it looks so good and it tastes so delicious. And this is an absolutely no-fail caramel custard. I assure you, if you try it this way, it's always going to come out so well. Just look at them, they look so good. So do give this recipe a try, and if you like the recipe, don't forget to comment, Like, share and subscribe to the channel. Share it with all your family and friends, and once you subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications so that you're always notified whenever there is a new video. Thank you.